Hello, croeso, and welcome to another episode of Esports Wales Weekly, your one-stop shop for everything Esports Wales within the streaming and gaming community, both here and abroad. I am Smicko1989. As always, with me today, the beetroot-faced Gizmo. Say hello, Giz.
You had to mention it. You just had to. Okay, I've been
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
adjust my light levels, and I'm still red.
Until you get them camera set and sorted, you bought this brand new camera. I gave you a power source for it. You should have sorted this out by now.
I should
See,
have.
I know you caught COVID, right? That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse.
It is. It is. It is.
How are you doing this week, Giz? How's things?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Hiding away from gluten now, apparently. Otherwise, that stuff going well.
Excellent, excellent. Well, apart from you and your overly rosy cheeks, we have two fine human beings with us today for our special Rocket League episode of Esports Wales. With us, we have Nat. Hello, Nat.
Ain't got much to say about myself.
Oh, come on now. Introduce yourselves. What do you do?
I play games and work about it.
I think that's kind of what we all do, though, right? That's the
Yeah.
long and the short of it. But
I
you
don't
play
work, so-
specifically. Well, yeah, you do nothing other than look red. You play the wonderful Rocket Leagues, I believe.
Yeah, I play Rocket League. I play it
Fantastic.
quite a bit.
Yeah. How long have you been playing the game?
About 5 years now. 5-6 years.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we'll dive deeper into that later on. Who else we got with us, guys?
We got Bentzi here. Also a Rocket League player, I believe, as well. So double Rocket League this week. Bentzi, introduce yourself.
Hello. Bentzi. Currently a university student, studying business, and I'm also currently on the Esports Wales TAN roster.
Fantastic, fantastic. We'll dive a little bit deeper into that in a little bit because there's been a lot of Rocket League going on this week, as of recording of this show. A lot of results, a lot of community events, a lot of student results that we can talk about. We will do a brief overview of everything coming up on the show, which will include everything from the Rocket League Invitational to the PS5 giveaway that we've done. We had Apex Legend Community Cup going on. There's news about the Commonwealth Games of esports. Ooh, interesting. The World Games. And some announcements about upcoming activities with Esports Wales, as well as perhaps an opportunity to work with us in the near future. Well, not with us, with like the people that do things. Like me and Giz do nothing. We're useless. We've established this. In the previous episodes, I'm just here to fill space. Giz knows a little bit about LOL, I think.
I used to run the tournaments for LOL as well. Gotta give me that, okay?
Used to, coulda, woulda, shoulda, doesn't anymore, just sits there looking red. But at some point he knew something about LOL, apparently. But yeah, we got some college and uni esports results coming up, in particular for Gower College Owls, who've been on a bit of a streak. And then we're going to get into the main topic this week, which is all things Rocket League. First and foremost, I'd like to ask the guests, what have you been playing this week, guys? Rocket League.
I don't know, I've just been playing Resident Evil 8 again.
Excellent, excellent. I'm too much of a coward to play the Resident Evil games. I'm fully admit it. I hate horror games. They scare the hell out of me.
Same. I can't play them.
I'm a massive coward. Anyone that can just put on a horror game in the dark and just play it is like a demon to me. Like I don't know how you do it. The slightest bump, I'm like, oh my word.
I tried it.
What about you, Bentzi? What have you been playing this week, buddy?
Nothing much, to be honest. More Rocket League. I've tried CS:GO for the first time. Wasn't very good. Couldn't turn my screen. Ended up dying 10 times.
Yeah. I played for the first time with Gizmo over Christmas because we were going to do the plan is we're going to do some host games, like some host versus games where he schools me on games because he's like young and like fit and I'm old and terrible. And I was old and terrible. I was real bad. I was real bad at the game. But yeah, it's faster reflexes than mine are required to do that. But yeah, so Giz, do you want to jump into the Esports Wales news for the week?
Well, I think we have the is that the Rocket League Invitational that we want to talk about
As
first?
recently taken place, and we do have the winners from the Rocket League Invitational. Congratulations to the Welsh farmers. I may be mistaken, but perhaps I vanished. I'm back. There I am. Perhaps if we might have someone on the show that might want to talk about the Rocket League Invitational.
My guess is me.
Yeah, that'll be the one. You guessed correct, sir. Because unless I'm mistaken, Welsh farmers is you.
Yeah, it was a last moment entry. I didn't really have any teammates, so I just picked up my 2 ECC teammates to run in, and it was pretty tough.
Yeah. How many games did you end up playing?
Well, the first day we just won everything. Only just though. I believe Nats's team was the hardest team other than ours.
Giving respect to
And
the other person. I like it.
yeah, yep, always.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we got the 2 best people on. I was super impressed that anyone managed to beat the Owls because Gower College Swansea Owls. I don't think they've dropped a game like in the student championships, and I was beginning to think they were unbeatable, and I was ready to put money on it with Gizmo, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't because you came along and shattered their dreams. Well done to you.
Someone has to take him
Um,
down. Someone has to take him down if he beats.
Someone had to take him down. Someone had to beat them, and I'm just glad it was someone that we could get on the show so we can talk about it. So talk us through a little bit like the Rocket League Invitational. Is that the type of round robin tournament that you enjoy playing, or do you prefer like more structured tournaments? Because I like the community events. I think they're a lot of fun. So
Well, this time over, I believe the tournament was much better. It's better than double elimination. It's too long, and being spread over 2 days it gives us time to have like rest as well as just grind the whole day. But yeah, I like the round robins structure much better.
yeah, fantastic. Well, it's good to know. Hopefully that the Rocket League Invitational will come back next year, and perhaps me and Giz will enter a team. Yeah, me, Giz, and
Oh,
Roman. Yeah, we'll get the production peon into help us out. You can be in goal. I'll be striker because like I'm a glory hunter, and you can be in the midfield because you're like a big lump.
that's fine. That's fine. Give me the most mechanical role. Why don't you? Okay, that's fine
Yeah,
with me.
absolutely. I know nothing about sports. I'm terrible at Rocket League, but we'll get onto that shortly. So we have the Rocket League Invitational. We also have an announcement for the PS5 giveaway. We have a winner, I believe. Ben Locke. Congratulations to Ben Locke for winning the PlayStation 5 giveaway with Esports Wales. If you haven't already been contacted, please tweet at Esports Wales so that the community manager can get in touch with you about that giveaway. We also have the Apex Legends Community Cup took place. With the Here we go.
I haven't
We've
put it
even
on
got a
yet.
graphic.
Don't worry. I'll trust.
We've even got a graphic. Look at that. So yeah, we had 10 teams take part and being won quite handily in the end, although it did seem quite close by Swansea Masters. Well done to them. Yes, fantastic. Do we have any other big news? Well, I know we have a big news, Giz, but I'm sort of leading you into it about perhaps something that Esports Wales might be hosting for us.
Oh yeah, I think we're hosting. I think we're part of. I don't know. We're hosting the Commonwealth Championships for for Wales, I guess. I think.
Yeah, so Esports Wales are going to be acting as the host for the Welsh team for the upcoming Commonwealth Esports Championships, which are being held in Birmingham on the 6th and 7th of August of this year, 2022, which is phenomenal. I mean, we talked about this on the last show with the rise of what we would refer to in rugby as the home nation teams, with the rise of Esports Scotland and Esports Ireland, British Esports Association. So it's phenomenal to see a Commonwealth Games style event and it's brilliant that we could be a part of it and host the Welsh team. So, are you going to try out for any of the games, Giz? You gonna?
Or I might go for League One. If not, I might ask to cast it. You never know. You never know.
I might see if they'll send me. I'll go with like a microphone. And I'll just like walk around with a mic and be like, "You there? Talk to me." And
But I think there's better Welsh players than me at the moment. You know, I think there's
there's
quite a
better
few.
hosts than me, but it doesn't matter. We're the only ones available.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Speaking of other major tournaments, we also have announcement for the World Championships for 2022 being held in Bali. So that is on Bali 2022, the IESF World Esports Championships, which is phenomenal. Hopefully, we'll get to see some games from there. Another announcement for within Esports Wales. If you don't follow Esports Wales on the Twitter page, you definitely should, because we are looking for someone to join the team. If you follow the Twitter page, there is we're actually looking for a Dota 2 game manager. Now, Giz, I know that Giz hasn't got a graphic for this because he hates Dota 2. He told me personally.
I was
He
just
said, "I'm not
stressing,
doing it."
looking for a graphic. Okay.
No, he said, "I'm not putting it up. I'm not doing it. I'm a LoL player through and through to my core." He's never even heard of Dota 2. He doesn't know what it is or what it does.
No, just
So we're looking for someone but more knowledgeable than Gizmo to be the Dota 2 game manager for Esports Wales. If you are interested, please check out the Twitter page and drop a like and send a message. Beyond that, something that Gizmo has prepared a graphic for, I'm sure, for the up and coming event in Cardiff, Gizmo. You'd like to talk us through that.
hey, look, I got the graphic ready to go. Look, boom. Okay, we got a pop-up shop thing going on. I believe I think John will be there. Just doing. Okay, great. We had Roman just pop in there.
Yeah, production manager keeping us in line. He's like, yes, you know that you know what's going on. Yeah. So it is a health and wellbeing pop-up for the 2 days in Cardiff in the St David's Centre. I believe it's on the 25th and 26th. Next to John Lewis on the first floor. It is just a little pop-up event where you can go along and take a look at all things Esports Wales. I believe there is a pro player which is to be announced. It may have already been announced by the time this show goes out, but I won't spoil it just in case. But there will be a pro player, so the people coming along to the event will get a chance to play against a pro, which is quite interesting.
I didn't know this. No, that's annoyed me. I haven't been informed of this. A pro player.
Well, I can't tell you just in case it hasn't been announced. I'll tell you after the show. I'll give you. I'll keep it secret. I'll keep it safe. Okay.
It's fine. I think John might have a few of these as well. You know, it's just some HyperX ducks
There
lying around.
may be some swag and some merch. You might get to see some of the elite jerseys and all things like that at the event. But it's a great way where you can meet up with other people from within the community and perhaps get involved. Who knows? Perhaps we'll recruit the Dota 2 manager there and then.
Maybe.
But yeah, I think that's it for the Esports Wales announcements for the week. We do have some college results, I believe. Yes, we got the uni college results for the GCS Owls for the British Esports Students Champs. I mean, there's not a lot to say, is because
the graphic sort of says it all, right? Like just complete and utter domination. I mean,
they kind of just keep winning. At this point, it's yeah. I mean, like, you know, throw a game, lose a match, drop a round. Like they just keep bageling people. It's it's impressive. But well done to the Gower College Swansea Owls on their continued success through the British Esports Student Champs, even though they couldn't defeat the Welsh Farmers. Isn't that right, Benz? They couldn't beat you. They couldn't get through you.
Oh, who can?
I mean, he's solid in offence. Some say he's the most brick wall man that's ever been. I know nothing about sports. But that leads us neatly in to our main topic for the day, where we can bring our guests in and they can school us on all things Rocket League. So yeah, Giz, would you like to kick us off and introduce the topic for us, please?
I see. You had me like looking for more stuff to like transition to, and then I realized I didn't have anything else to transition to. So, um, might as well just open it up with a question. Uh, why do you think Rocket League is so popular? Like, do you think it's just like the idea of it just being based off of football, or what?
Um, I reckon it's like due to the uniqueness of the game, of like how it's played out compared to like other games. Whereas like other games, you can have a controller and have something that can assist you, like aim assist. But whereas Rocket League, you have to build your way up to get to the top, really, and get better by practice and continue playing.
What about you, Beds? What do you think is the appeal, the unique appeal of the game?
Well, I believe the game was dying at one point until Epic actually brought it back. That more or less brought the popularity to the game. And the concept of Rocket League is basically not like any other game. It's a big different strategy compared to other games.
Absolutely. I've, from my point of view, it's always been one of those games where the barrier to entry is very low, but the skill ceiling is phenomenally high. So like anyone can pick it up and like, boom, knock a ball. Like I can do that. I have done that. But then you see people working out the angles, the team play, the aerial like the aerial plays, the skill level just it creeps up and it creeps up and it creeps up. But to actually get into the game, like, it's a fairly simple concept, you know. Unlike with games, I think the MOBA scene, like with Dota and LoL, and without the first person shooters like CS:GO and Warzone, where it is just completely unforgiving for new players. Like there's as easy as they try to make it to get new people in, it sucks to try and start playing those games. I didn't find that with Rocket League. I thought it was just a fun game you could jump in with your mates to start with. I really think that helps the sport as a whole. So
Yeah, I think that the skill curve on it is definitely what allows it to be reached by more players, right? Whereas like League is a bit more like you start playing and it's just someone just one shotting you all the time, or you go on Call of Duty and just some guy's just jumping off a wall doing a 360, just one shotting you. So I feel like Rocket League is just such an easy concept to understand and just so accessible to start playing.
and of course being based on like as you say a more traditional sport in football, um, which is massively popular. I think isn't it the most popular like the most played sport is football? Did I make that up?
Yeah, most popular and most like watched
Yeah.
around the world.
Um, so it's already got it's got that attitude and it's got that accessibility built into it with the concept. And that, do you know honestly, I think Top Gear helped out as well. Does anyone remember those Top Gear episodes where they played football with a car?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, that's that they basically invented the concept of Rocket League.
What's better is that then they got a deal with Forza to do it in a game first, and then I feel like Rocket League just took the Forza version and just expanded across it and just made it even better, right?
Oh, like much better.
Oh,
Like
it's crazy
it,
good,
it
but
I mean, it's like chalk and cheese, the difference in the quality between those two, but it's such a phenomenal game. So yeah, do you think it's a bit of a broad question, I suppose, but for the guest here, but do you think there's any way that other games can sort of could implement a similar system, that ease of entry, or is it this game is so unique in that fashion? What do you guys think?
Um, I reckon it's like it's a bit difficult to do it in a way that Rocket League has, because Rocket League is really not like a shooter where you have to really shoot against an opponent and try and get rid of them. Whereas Rocket League, you have to play an inanimate object and try and get it into the goals against other people. So you're not really like trying to wipe them off the place. You're trying to get past them. Really, it's hard to explain for me. It's just like is trying to get the ball into the goals, which I think is hard for most people to do. Like especially like for developers, like I'd say there's some games that can do it, but not as the way Rocket League has. Like, you get me?
Absolutely. What do you think, Ben? Is it something that could be implemented in another game, or is it because of the unique nature of Rocket League, they kind of uh it's kind of the golden goose and that's it, like.
Yeah, I'd like to agree and disagree on Nat's terms. Basically, I think it can be implemented into many games, but to have the uniqueness of Rocket League, it'll be tough to, well, match it. But they could probably become close, like maybe a rugby or something, or like other type of sports that could be
Yeah.
brought.
So that sort of leads into it's more a case of new games taking on this concept rather than older games being able to implement it is that's how I feel. I think because it's so unique, like another idea needs to be brought, another esport needs to be brought in. I can't ever see LOL or Dota lowering their barrier to entry or simplifying the game enough to get people in and interested in the same way, personally.
I mean,
Um,
League has tried. League has really tried.
I mean, they've all tried and they've all failed. They've all
Yeah,
pale in comparison to how fun Rocket League is.
definitely.
Like Rocket League is fun. That's the other thing. I hate all those other games. I play them. I hate them. So, like they make me upset in my soul. But
That's
even
true.
when you lose at Rocket League, you're like, whatever. But I enjoy it. I mean, not at your guys' level. Like you guys play properly. I'm useless. Um, but yeah, that is one thing to talk about though. Is the size of the player base really. Rocket League sort of it's bled a lot of players at one stage. The concurrent player base did go down compared to other esports centric games. But they have always managed this. Like you always see Rocket League tournaments going on. They've stayed pretty relevant. There was, with Epic taking over, you alluded to earlier on, Bence. Do you think there's any reason in particular that Rocket League has managed to stay relevant?
Yeah, with the Epic situation, my guess is that they moved to Epic or given Epic the chance to be the owners-ish thing because of the relevancy going down, and they needed help. That's the big guess. But with doing so, many bigger prize pools, more tournaments, and all of that have come from this, and more players have come, and that's why the relevancy has gone up more than what it currently was.
I feel like that's also because they move to like a free to play thing with
Yes,
Epic. So
yes, exactly.
I feel like most of the bigger esports and tournaments tend to be those free to play games. Like even like games like CS:GO turned free to play about what 4 or 5 years ago. It became free to play as well. League's always been free to play. I think Dota's always been free to play. A lot of the larger games tend to be free to play to get that ease in.
I mean, Dota was just like buy hats, buy hats. They had the Valve model. Just buy hats off us. It's fine. Don't worry. Which I suppose Rocket League has with the skins for the cars and what have you. But I think that was the only thing there was a barrier to entry was the initial cost, and when they removed that, as Epic is wont to do with their big wallet, throwing money around, um, yeah, I think it really, as you said, brought a revival back to the sports. Uh, when did you start playing, Ben? So were you pre or post Epic?
Oh, I was pretty epic. It was 5 years ago, around season 5 or 6. Yeah, I was a latecomer to the game.
That's fair, and Nats has already said he was about 5 years as well, so pre Epic. So you've seen the transition. Did you notice like an immediate change as soon as Epic took over, or was it more of a gradual thing?
Um, I think it was like more of the media, like the way they changed and implemented stuff that really weren't that great for the game at the time. Like now they've slowly improved how they came into the game, but certain things like the item shop is like a bit overpriced now compared to what it used to be.
Yeah, they had to up that after dealing with Apple. Just, whoops.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah. Storefronts. Oh, they're such a strange thing, but pervasive throughout the esports scene. Um, right. Okay. So obviously we've talked about with Epic taking over. Do you think that drew in like a different type of player, or was it just the same type of player, but now there's more of them?
Um, I'd say a lot of it was like a different like type of player at the start when it first came in, but then as they slowly got like more lesson enjoyment in the game, they moved back to their game. But now it's more or less the same type of player, really.
Yeah. So it was sort of more of perhaps an influx. It's strange to say casual, but you know what I mean. Like you've had people who've been playing the game for a long while, and then it plateaued with its player base, and then player base started to go off, and then Epic takes over, and we sort of have a second wave almost of people new to the game, casual gamers who
Noobs.
may only play it for a little while. Yeah, noobs. We could say noobs if you
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to.
Use the correct
Um,
Yeah.
term.
uh,
Or you can use the other term gizmos, but yeah.
Gizmos,
Oh,
yeah, we had an influx of gizmos. I actually think I was post epic when I played. I might have been one of the noobs.
uh,
I was
even I
even
had
if
it
it was
before
before,
that.
I was one of the noobs. It's been a while since I played the game, but and I'm dreadful at it, but I don't care. I have fun. Do you think having that influx of other players coming from different sports, do you think they are transferable skills? Do you think there are other esports that sort of lend themselves to Rocket League in terms of like, I don't know, the games that would give you spatial awareness or sort of that sort of physics mindset where you can work out angles or anything like that? Are there any of the games that you think translate well into the sport?
Um, I'd say some games like some FPSs or like Apex or like Valorant, they're good for like communication and positional awareness and possibly even it's gone out of my head now. Uh,
Mechanics
reaction time.
of reaction.
Yeah, because like a lot of the time, Rocket League can be a reaction based game, and with the reactions that you gain from like say like Valorant, it can be transferred over because you have to make a lot of like fast pace saves or shots to get a goal or save a goal.
Yeah, makes a lot of
Fantastic.
sense.
What about you, Ben? Is there any games that you think translate quite well into the sport?
Um, for the gameplay, there's not too much, but communication-wise, it's very important. You don't want to hit double commits, otherwise you just screw yourself and the team.
Fantastic. Do you think I'm this might be a bit highbrow, but do you think there's a game that gives you the right mindset? Like, but beyond the mechanics of it, beyond positional awareness, but like the mindset of like being quite aggressive, or do you think there's any games you're like, oh, we always see people who come to the sport from just picking a game out of the hat, people who come to the sport from Warzone constantly looking for demolitions. Is there that, or am I just making that up in my mind?
Um, well, when I was a little plat, yeah, it was all about demos and annoying people. But as you get into the higher ranks, you start to change. Demos come under what's it called?
Asian,
Uh,
really.
like yeah, rotational play rather than oh let's just demo him for fun, get rid of him.
Mm.
But yeah, it's more for yeah chemistry and to keep the game your position like how you want it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like to
maybe.
give your team an advantage over the other.
Advantage. Yes.
Yeah, maybe that's where I'm going wrong because
Yeah, I just go around demoing people. That's all I do.
look for the silliest name on the other team and they're having it. That's
Yeah, the only issue with them when just randomly at the high ranks is you're just throwing your teammates in the bin, ruining the rotation, making your teammates turn around, making them walk into another demo perhaps. Yeah, just bad idea,
yeah.
bad idea.
It's
I
fun.
mean
I'll
it's,
never be at
it's
the high ranks. Don't worry.
yeah, it's pretty bad manners play. Let's face it. It's essentially griefing. We probably shouldn't be allowed to do it, but me and Gizmo do. So there you go. Is there any games that you play now, like on the back of Rocket League, and you like perhaps you took a little break from, played Rocket League, went back to, you're like, oh, I'm better at this now because my reaction times are quicker, or my mindset is better, or my rotations are better, my communication is better. Have you found that it translated the other way and made you better at other games?
For me, I'd say yes. Me just like not really playing the game much anymore compared to what I used to has helped me get better. I'd say like speed, mechanics wise, because I've basically tried to transition from playing Rocket League to Valorant a bit more now. And when I did that tournament the other day, the only practice I actually had was a few games the night before, and then did like one Valorant game on the Saturday before the tournament,
So,
and just felt good.
so what you're saying is, if you'd won that more, you would have taken the victory. Is what I'm hearing.
Oh
Crystal
no,
clear.
no.
Definitely.
Uh,
Just
Here it is with his
crystal.
big spoon. Here it is with his big spoon. Let me just stir this pot up here.
Oh no, 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 no! If I actually just opened my eyes and put the ball into the middle of the net instead of shooting high, I would have won. That's what would have happened.
Is that how you feel as well, Bence? I'm sure you agree fully, yeah?
No, I just suck at every other game.
Fair.
I'm one of those that's no good.
I'm not,
I'm just there, I'm just
I'm not
just
good.
there for the fun. Yeah.
But this game, this is the one. We
I-
all have our sweet spot. Weirdly for me is chivalry. I'm very good at chivalry. I'm terrible at
he
everything
is.
else.
He is. Yeah.
I'm surprisingly good at chivalry for an old man. Like attack cancelling. I don't even know what that is most of the time. I can't even do that in most games. Oh, I'm so good at that. And
It's the real life experience.
No practical application. None at all.
Back when you're
Maybe it's
on the
the
battlefields.
yeah, maybe it's the age that's getting makes you resonate with that game.
It's because I was literally actually alive
Yeah.
during yeah, that's obviously it's first hand. I see some of like the character models, I'm like, oh Ted, I know him. How dare you? How dare you all you whippersnappers? Um but joking aside, like we will never be at this level. You guys, you've much more skill than us, and there's a step up again into like the pro scene and the world champions and all the rest of that. What do you think is something that a person can do to help them develop their skills if they are looking to progress into a professional level? Where do you think they should start, and what should they aim for?
Um, I'd say if they're coming from the grassroots level, just basically play as much as you can really to thing, and then like watch videos on like what pros say to do and stuff. Really,
So,
like
so there is that aspect of like analysis, like game analysis. There is something they should be. It's not just about reaction time and all that. There is the strategic side of it is just as important. Yeah.
yeah, like
Fine.
with like how I did it, I didn't spend much time either just watching. Well, I spent watching my own. I didn't really watch my own gameplay. I just played like a load of twos games until I got to where I am today, and watched pros and like did what they did, but in my own way because of how I have a different bindings to how most players play.
Talking about
Oh,
bindings,
he's got unorthodox bindings.
out of interest, do you guys play with a controller or keyboard? Because I know a lot of people who like first start playing it play with controller, and then like at the higher level, normally it's keyboard. Just a question.
Um, I play with controller. Haven't changed really since I first started playing.
What are you, Bence? Are you a controller or a keyboard?
I am controller, but I rarely see keyboard players at the high levels. So
Mm.
Oh, I guess I was informed incorrectly. My bad.
you it's the opposite way around, I believe.
Is it?
He's one
Yeah.
member of the PC Master
There's
Race.
only two or three
He thinks
pros that
he's better than everyone else, but he's not.
Oh,
Controller is key.
So someone
I
told
think
me it was
controller. I think because of the nature of
the movements, right?
the access, the 3D access that you're looking at, I think controller lends itself to that really well, in a way that I think keyboard and mouse wouldn't. But that's just me. Maybe I'm just too old and infirmed to use keyboard controls properly. But yeah, what about you, Ben? So do you have any suggestions, tips, or tricks for people trying to improve their skills? In particular, my question really, I suppose, is there a type of game mode that people should be focusing on? Should they be focusing on playing scrims? Should they be entering tournaments? Like, what's the best way to up your skill level without denting your confidence too much?
Right, I was actually hoping for this question. Yeah, for me, it's I've done everything wrong. One, I don't give up the time I should be. I play maybe here and there. I've also played extra modes for the past few years. That's a big rip. Taking all the skill which I should be playing. Um, tournaments, I try and enter them. I've got no one to play with at my level, so that's a big rip. But it's all about time, patience, having the right players to play with, having the time, and a big fall in my down path is mechanics. I've never practiced them, not since I played the game, so I can barely even hit the flip reset to my level, let alone hit triple doubles and triples like I see in my games.
And yet you managed to carry the team on your back to a victory.
Oh,
That's how
always.
that's how I'm going to
Always.
frame the scenario. Always, I love the confidence. Confidence is king in this game. Yeah, well, I mean, on that that subject of not having people on your level to regularly play with and team up with and scrim with, perhaps everyone watching this, if they are interested in Rocket League, should join the Esports Wales Discord server so that we can all get together and play. Maybe me, Giz, and Roman can play you, Nats, and one other. How does that sound?
Put a wager on it, you know.
I will. I'll bet you Gizmo's HyperX duck.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I mean, I have.
You
I
only
might
get
have
one.
to.
You have to cut it in half.
Do I only have one? Oh, something just fell. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. But I think I have
I'm
only one.
sure. I'm sure we can sort this out. This seems like a video in the making because we were gonna do. I alluded to earlier. We were gonna do like the horse versus challenge, but I think maybe we should have like a horse co-op challenge as well, where we take on the guests
Yeah, at the end of every single one, just us
and
like,
we'll
yeah,
win. Just win, or
yeah.
we'll edit it to make it look like we win. It's just that's not what
It's fun.
matters.
We're in control
Yeah.
of it. It's fun. We
Yeah.
control our narrative. It's fun.
I mean, when in doubt, cheat. That's that is something actually I would. I know we've gone through most of our questions, but this is like something I'm interested in because you see it in esports all the time. There's always controversies about players dropping out or changing, players playing for teams that they're not eligible to play for, people using scripts and plugins, people using peripherals they're not meant to use. Is that a thing in Rocket League? Is there anything? I mean, I can't see how you would cheat the AI. So the only way to do it would be to have some sort of vector projection so you know where things are going. But is cheating prolific in Rocket League at all?
I wouldn't say that it's really cheating as much. It's more or less in the pro scene with like the younger generations like starting to play, wanting to go into the pro scene, and some of them playing.
Gizmo's useless, but we fixed it. I, on my own, fixed it remotely because I am a technical wizard. Gizmo claims that he studies computer science or computer engineering, or he does scientific things with computers, but I've never seen him do anything useful with technology. He hasn't got the graphics we need, his face is red because he doesn't know how to apply LUTs to webcams. But other than that, we were talking, and Nat was telling us about more the fact that we have problems with player eligibility than we do with mechanical interference with the games, which is good because Giz wouldn't be able to do it.
Thanks, man.
The production peon in our ears there. We'll edit him out. Imagine that, but on the cutting room floor. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So yeah, I heard recently there was a little bit of controversy with a player playing for a team that they may not have been eligible for because of their age. Was that correct?
Yeah, there was like a year ago where a few players played when they shouldn't have when they were young and not old enough to play, and when it came to it, one of the players recently got banned recently instead of getting banned back then, whereas the other two did get banned back then, and they're allowed to play, but this one person wasn't allowed to play. Not sure if it's still the same, but if the ban got lifted or not, but it might not have.
This is always the thing with orgs and uneven distributions of punishments. We've seen it in many an esports title
Across
for
the board.
many a different reason. This is something that hopefully something like the British Esports Association and these more professional organizations where you can like appeal those type of bans or have like a set unified type of rules for tournaments and organizers. Hopefully we'll see in the future. Who knows? Perhaps one of you, Pay, will write the unified rules for Rocket Leagues for the British Esports Association. That's a challenge for you. There you go. I've set it out.
I mean, sometimes they can't even get it right in like real world sports, you know, like yeah, the FIA for F1. Never getting it right, but we'll move on.
Robbed. Hamilton was robbed.
Thank you. I agree. I agree.
Do you guys watch it? Like, does it translate? Like, do you watch Formula One? Do you watch football? Because you play Formula One football? Do either of
That's-
our guests watch either of the sports?
I watched a bit of like the last season of F1, but haven't watched it much for a long time. But I watched the last season just because of all the controversy that was going on between Hamilton and Verstappen, and I found it quite funny.
And it only got worse at the end.
Yeah.
At literally the very end. What are you, Ben? Are you a big sports fan outside of esports?
Not really. I used to be an athlete, but track races or Olympics is my type of thing. But when it comes to football, nah. F1, nah. Rugby's any good sport.
I can agree with that.
Oh, a man after my own heart. I don't mind the F1. I don't follow it that much. Football baffles me. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know
Yep.
any of the teams. Rugby's great. Have you been watching the Winter Olympics? I think we took gold.
Yeah, I
Didn't we
have.
take gold in the curling today or yesterday? I don't know when this is going out. Whenever this is going out, we recently took gold in the curling. Well done.
Did we?
You
Yeah.
didn't know that, Giz?
Yeah, no, we did. I just checked
Yeah,
it.
for the entire, I think it was a Scottish team representing the UK. Well done, well done. But yeah, sports, they're a thing. Giz, wrap us up before you break the recording again with the up and coming news for the week, please.
Oh, well, thank you for leading me into that perfectly. We have a community night for golf with friends on Tuesday, the 2nd of September. February.
Golf, another sport I don't understand.
I said September. February. February.
September?
Oh, bro.
Oh, we nearly made it to the end before he biffed it.
I've been doing everything for uni, so everything's been planned in September.
Chat, I know there's no chat today because we're pre-recording this, but boo this man, boo him in chat, boo him in the comments, get in the comments and type boo.
So someone's gonna see this and then just tweet at me boo, and that's gonna be it.
That's gonna be me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tweet boo at you later on, and these two guys are as well. They're on my side. They're in my camp. Golf with friends, or as I like to call it, golf with soon-to-be enemies, because I hate that sport. I know why they call it a stroke in golf, because I feel like I'm having one when I play this game. It is, it's the most rage-inducing. I guess on my nerves. You see people cheating and jumping and getting holes in one. I'm there 9 shots deep, crying into my keyboard. So
maybe you shouldn't be so bad then.
well, did you genuinely just tell me to get good?
Yes, I did.
I hate you so much. Do you guys play golf with friends? Are you going to be in for the community night at all, guys?
I think I might just to keep my boredom from taking over.
Fair enough.
Is it online or in person?
I think it's online, but perhaps we should have
Online.
like a crazy golf, like like we go to a crazy golf night
That's
for
gonna be
an Esports Wales meetup once.
A pub golf, like, you know.
Yeah, isn't there that one? Is it Treetop Golf in Cardiff in
I
the
was gonna
St
say,
David's?
yeah, that's gonna be the prees before the next meetup. Everyone going there.
Oh yes, we got to organise it, Giz. Giz, well done on announcing the next thing that we're doing before it's been discussed with John. I blame you entirely. Beyond the golf with friends, what else have we got coming up, Giz?
Well, we do actually have a meetup at the Good Games Cafe on the 26th of February. So maybe then.
February, not September. February.
Hey, it's been a long week, a really long week.
It's Monday.
Yeah. So what? It's been a long day. So yeah, we've got a meetup. I'm sure Tom will be there. I might be there if I can get some sort of transportation, because trains never work. I don't know if are you guys gonna be going? Nat, Spence?
I don't think I will be able to just because I live like the middle of Wales at the minute.
Yeah, I doubt them. Southwest, pretty far.
Yeah, I mean, I actually can't make it that day because I'm working the morning and I'm working Sunday morning.
I'm hearing
And there's
slacking
also
going on here.
was a 24-hour charity stream that day as well for Game Blast, which we'll talk about just at the end before we sign off. And also Wales are playing England in the rugby that day, so Cardiff may be a bit crazy, but I think it'll be a great meetup for all those that can get there for the Stream Seed meetup at Good Game Cafe on Saturday, February 26th, year of our Lord 2022. We also need to talk about some upcoming charity events. There is a 24-hour charity stream going on the 26th, starting at 6 p.m. GMT with Jess Peachy, who is a member of our stream team, streaming in the Game Blast event, representing Special FX or raising money for Special FX. Please go and check that out. There is also another wonderful charity stream going on for 12 hours on Tuesday, the 1st of March, St. David's Day, where a number of Welsh streamers are raising money for Tŷ Gobaith, which is the Hope Hospice, which is a children's hospice here within Wales. I actually did a little interview with Johnny Beard, who is the organizer of that up and coming charity event, and we're hoping that at some point we'll be able to edit that little interview in, and Giz will do it, and it'll be wonderful, and it'll be better than all of the terrible tech things that he's done for us so far.
Yep.
Other than that, I just need to plug our guests, Natsumi and Bentzi. Where can people find you? Please, Nats, where can they find you? Are you on the Twitters? Can they follow you?
Yeah, on Twitter at Natsumi RL, capital RL at the end.
Natsumi, capital RL on Twitter. Bentzi, what about you, my friend? Can they follow you anywhere on the social medias?
Not really. I don't know my Twitter. I don't know any of my stuff. I won't even lie.
Just find him in the Esports Wales
Just
Discord.
come
It's
Yeah.
fine.
on a Discord,
message him there.
find him wherever
You'll find me
Team
around.
Tan is. Yeah, wherever Team Tan is playing for Rocket League, you can find Bents there, carrying, like, just lumping the team onto his shoulders and
Yeah,
just running down the pitch with them.
it's just me there, so it'll just be me v3 people probably.
That's fine. That's
Fine.
fine. We'll be cheering on from the sidelines. Also, I've been informed from the sidelines that I think the production peon saying if I plug his Twitter page, then he will in fact play with us in Rocket League. So if everyone could go ahead and follow at the False Roman on Twitter for our phenomenal production peon, who is basically Graphics Goblin 2.0. Who runs the show for us, and I think if he said if 5 people follow him on Twitter, he'll play with us. I think that's what I'm getting from the cheap seats in my ear there.
The best bit is this is just going to be edited out. There's no way this goes up, so it's fine. just
Imagine everything I just said, but imagine it on the cutting room floor. So, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. I hope we get to speak to you again soon. I hope some more community events with the Rocket League comes up. And as I said, perhaps we'll enter a casters, an Esports Wales Weekly team, and win. Because we'll just
Always
have you
win.
guys coach us, right? That's if you guys get knocked out, can you like sub in and pretend to be us? Is that something we can do? We talked about cheating within the sport. I think I should be a pioneer, right? We should.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, that is one of the ways that people do cheat in this sport.
I stumbled into it. See, I'm a genius. I'm an evil genius, guys. Well, there we go.
That's
there
an
we
orc.
have.
If only you could install hands, Tom.
Yeah, that is an orc. Well, we can't use that. We can't use EG. Cut that. We can't use EG. Yeah, I'm the OG EG Navi. We can't use any of these. Cut these out. But yeah, I always round the episode up with the weather report. But unfortunately, we've had 3 concurrent named storms over the past 5 days. So I'm kind of remiss to ask people about the weather, just in case their house blew away. So we'll leave it as it's windy, wet. Please, everyone, stay safe and avoid the trains because none of them are running. Everything's flooded. We love you all very much. Thank you for coming on the show, guys, and we will catch you all soon. Free swim, guys. Free swim.